Cancer and Cancer compatibility. Are these two zodiac signs compatible? Let's talk about it. I'm Lamar Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, psychic tarot reader, and I would love to do a personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading for you, or a personal, private, confidential birth chart reading for you, okay? Contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading or your own personal, private, confidential birth chart reading, okay? All the information will be listed on my website. You can purchase your reading directly from my website. If you have any other questions, check out the personal ethics section, the FAQ section, the personal reading testimonial section. As well, check out the blog section on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. The blog section has nothing to do with my readings, but I just like it a lot, okay? You can also follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend. You can also like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official. And I would love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification button so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. And I appreciate your support, okay? And also spread the word with your friends and family about me and what I do, okay? Cancer and Cancer compatibility, alright? Are these two zodiac signs compatible? Are they? Let's talk about it. Here we have two people ruled by the moon. It's interesting because the moon is known to be kind of flighty in astrology, right? The moon rules the mother energy, nurturing energy, home, family, and things of that nature. Cancers are known to be very intuitive people, very compassionate people, very loving people, nurturing people, very home-based people, okay? The home is a Cancer sanctuary, all right? The home, their room, whatever they, wherever they go to kind of shut out the world is what the Cancer considers their oasis. So here we have two people ruled by the moon who can be a little bit flighty sometimes, in terms of predictability. Cancers can be a little bit unpredictable, all right? Cancers can be a little bit moody, all right? Here we have two people that, while they are a little bit moody, they can be flighty, unpredictable, crabby sometimes. They can also be very nurturing and loving and compassionate people, right? Cancers, very compassionate, emotional people too. Very emotional. This is an emotional relationship, you guys. Tears are just, the wonderful thing about this relationship, I will say, is that tears can flow openly, and there's no judgment, right? This is a relationship that is a safe haven for emotional release, right? That is if we're working with two evolved cancers, right? Whether they're a male or female, male or male, female or female, doesn't matter. Two evolved cancers can be a wonderful, compatible relationship, right? But if we have two cancers who aren't so evolved, maybe one Cancer who's on level 3, but the other one's on level 7. This can be a problem, right? Because the more evolved Cancer has more control over his or her emotions, right? And his or her emotional reactions, right? Because no one Cancer is the same. Some Cancers become very quiet when they get mad or upset, and they kind of shut down. Other Cancers get angry and throw things, so it's like, it really depends on which Cancers, you're working with, and, how evolved they are, right? In their sun sign qualities, right? But going back to the con or the pros of this relationship, the good things about this relationship is that this can be a very emotional, nurturing relationship, where there's no judgment, a very affectionate relationship. This is the type of relationship where usually the family is very important to a Cancer. So when a Cancer has a good relationship with his or her family, and they have a partner that's compatible with his or her family, and vice versa, it's even better because then you can, when one gets tired of their family, because cancers do get a little tired of their family, all right? When cancers love their family, we all love our family. I'm not a Cancer, I'm a Capricorn, so we have to also remember that each zodiac sign has its polar opposite, right? And Cancer's polar opposite is Capricorn, all right? So I like to think of polar opposites sometimes as like our dark side qualities, right? So Cancer and their dark side, and their shadow side qualities can be like a Capricorn, right? Capricorns can be very cold, mean, rude. Capricorns are masters of the silent treatment, right? And on the flip side, a Capricorn and their dark side can be like a Cancer. Cancers can be very moody, pessimistic, uh, things of that nature, right? Capricorns, can be very emotional, moody, pessimistic when they're in their dark side. But I digress. So Cancer, you do encompass the qualities of Capricorn, in your dark side, right? But anyways, that can be a problem though, right? Because one thing that Capricorns have trouble with sometimes is learning to resolve conflict, learning to let go of grudges, learning to let go of their pride, right? So, one thing that this relationship is going to need is groundedness, right? Um, Being able to come off one's high horse, one's being able to come out of one's shell, putting one's pride to the side, putting one's ego, one's feelings, hurt feelings to the side, coming out of that shell, that crab shell, Cancer, right? And resolving conflict, saying I'm sorry for the way I acted, you know, forgiveness, all of those things are important, right? So this relationship definitely needs groundedness, which I find is a common theme in a lot of the kind of water relationships, is groundedness. When you have two water signs together, often can be a common theme when two air signs come together too. But I digress on that as well. It's really good when you have a Cancer who has a lot of earth in their chart, um, or even a little bit of air, because sometimes air signs can be rationalized. They can be rationalized. They're good at rationalizing. Okay, um, sometimes, not all the time. But groundedness is, basically important for this relationship. The ability to communicate and not rely so much on one's feelings that you shut off the outside world, including your other partner. Because that's not going to work, right? Cancers can sometimes be prone to shutting out the outside world and expecting their partner to read their minds. But when we have two people that come together that are like that, well, it's like two people in a bubble and expecting the other one to come out of their bubble and to say something, right? It's not going to happen. All right, when two Cancers come together, so someone needs to be the bigger crab, come out of that shell, burst their bubble in the other person's bubble, and say, "Let's talk. Let's put our emotions, our egos, our prides to the side, and let's just talk it out." Right? Honesty. Say how you feel, but keep the venom out of it. Keep the crabbiness, the pinch out of it. Try and keep try and say how you feel, but in a rational way, right? Encompassing those air sign qualities, right? Groundedness, being grounded when you say it. When you did this, when you said this, this is how I felt. These were my feelings about what you did. Owning your feelings, right? Not putting your feelings on the other person, not putting the blame on the other person, right? Accepting responsibility, accepting ownership of ourselves, right? And of our emotions and our feelings, right? And also accepting the responsibility to keep those in check, right? Keep those emotions in check. Um, because I also want to say, Cancer, that going into your crab all the time is not a good thing, you know? I understand that it's a self defense mechanism, alright? I have a lot of Cancer friends. I've had a few Cancer lovers, some that I still talk to this day. And I have definitely rubbed them the wrong way a few times, and that has caused them to go in their shell, alright? So I understand, alright? But sometimes conflict resolution skills are necessary, Cancer, okay? And I say that as a Capricorn. Capricorns are one of the most stubborn signs in the zodiac, you know? Once you piss a Capricorn off and they hold a grudge against you, there's no hope in fixing it, right? But much like Capricorn, Cancer, conflict resolution skills are necessary when two of you come together, right? When two Cancers come together, one has to be the bigger crab, okay? Who's it going to be? However, I will say, are these two signs compatible? Absolutely. These two signs know each other through and through. When one Cancer's having a bad day, they're going through the motions, they're moody. The other Cancer understands. But that part where that groundedness comes in, instead of being that Cancer and letting, I'm going to give that person that space, I'm going to give him her space, which they may or may not need. Maybe they actually just need someone to take them out of their shell. Isn't that your job as their partner? Maybe not your job, but one of your jobs. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? It's like it's so easy to go in your shell. It's not so easy to stay out of the shell, right? And deal with the conflict. Maybe you do have to bring out those pincers every now and then. That's okay, but at least you're out of that shell and fighting back, right? But learning how to fight. It's not always pinching. It's not always, clawing, right? Sometimes it's talking it out, listening with compassion and empathy, right? Trying to understand how the other person feels, right? Trying to understand where they're coming from, why they felt the way they felt. Conflict resolution skills, groundedness, all important for this relationship. This could be an amazing relationship. I love this relationship, a Cancer and a Cancer together. It's going to take a little work, all right? But, these two could learn a lot from each other, actually. All right? Hopefully they can deal with the ups and downs and the roller coaster, of emotions, but I believe in these two. Absolutely. Okay? I hope this resonated with you. I hope it gave you some clarity and insight. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the notification button, share with your friends and family, like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official. Also, follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend, and check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I can't wait to hear from you for your own personal tarot reading, okay? Until then, I wish you guys nothing but the best, love, health, and success, alright? Peace out.